Weekend review.
Road cycling and gravel grinding and mountain biking too. This is the P-Town Weekend, the Weekend Review.
So welcome to Weekend Review episode number 44. Sorry about the signal loss there at the start. I was looking into it here. I keep saying some sort of signal is trying to tap in.
Hello, P-Town.
From Worcester, Mass. I don't
Weekend Review.
I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, something to do with the weather. Finally welcomed winter into our cycling habit here, begrudgingly, as we got our first dump of snow. We got over a foot of snow here on the mountain. Crushed down a little bit with the rain we had overnight, but still made the trails impossible. So we were down to gravel this week. So we had 3 rides go out on the gravel, starting with Friday. So here's some clips from that. We had a modified Reservoir Dogs loop go out with myself, Leah, Ken, Mike Booz, and Ron Hines in attendance. So the theme of this ride was white knuckles, as the day after the storm, a lot of the roads weren't completely cleaned up yet. So this was going down Jesse's. What usually takes us probably under 2 minutes to clear. It was probably almost about 10:15 today to navigate it. The chocolate milk theme also made its way back into our rides. Deer Park Road and Troxel Switch also ended up being a little treacherous as well. She must have laughed hysterically there for at least 2 minutes. this is a section of road connecting Reservoir Road over to 118. Last year there was a guy plowing it with his quad, but I think they made the barricades just a tiny too close this year, and you can see what happened. Afterwards, we had some couch time and ordered takeout from Uncle Buck's. So next up was Saturday. Met up in the daylight again around 2 o'clock. We had myself, Leah, Ken, and Ronnie again, and then Papa Stein joined us on this route. This one got a little bit more intense. We headed out towards Moon Lake. Usually we would go through the park proper and make our way through some of the trails and some of the dirt roads.
Hello, Pete.
Besides the main park road to the main parking lot there, nothing else was plowed, so not very passable. So we had to go all the way down Misdale and then back up Atherton to get over to Swamp Road area. So this ride was a bit more intense as stated. We got over 30 miles. We're at 35 miles by the end of that one. Pace a little higher, so definitely a little tighter after this one. So here's some clips from that guy. Scouting out some conditions Saturday. Pre-ride out by Moon Lake here on Atherton Road now. Coming up to Redmond. Very curious. I'm fairly doubtful, but was just curious if anybody plowed that road, maybe somebody local. Don't think there's really any reason to, but Atherton's plowed, which is a surprise. If Redmond's not, we can just keep going up this and then cut down Hartman Road to get back over to Swamp. Back into Pinchot. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll have to come up this way on the ride. So Papa Stein dropping an attack right out of the gates. So conditions of the road today were a lot better than yesterday. Most of them were double wide now at least, and not much but just wetness left on the surface. So after the Dirty U video there, it got a little dusky and dark for video, so that was all I had. After the ride, we headed out to Peking Chef for some Chinese, and then ended up at North Slope as well for some after-ride quaff. Papa Stein drizzling his diabetes fix ever so perfectly. So both those rides out in the snow. It's the first one since the end of summer. Different, cold, but beautiful at the same time. So I guess we'll accept it and make do with it. But
Down week in review.
I gotta figure out what that is. But we had one more ride coming up on Sunday.
Hello, Pete.
This one was. Hey, thank you. Let me see if I could track that signal a little bit. See where it's. See if I could get. Hey, Leah, do we have any tinfoil?
Hello, Pete.
Make this in there like. Yeah, it's not thing. Hold it. Up in the air. See if I could dial in that signal a little bit.
Hello, P-Town Weekend Reviewers. I'm heading out to Millbrook, New York to meet Gary to do a little bit of a road ride. Not sure why we picked this random Sunday, but I'm really glad that we were able to meet halfway and get some riding in. Now, originally we wanted to do a mountain bike ride, but we got dumped on with a little bit of snow and a lot of rain last week, so the trails probably aren't going to be up to mountain bike quality, but hey, that's all right. We'll still get out and do some riding on the road, possibly some gravel. So I brought my road bike and about 400 tubes in case we do hit some gravel road, and should be out there pretty soon. I think I'm going to meet him around 11 o'clock or so, and we'll get riding and then probably hit up a brewery afterwards.
It was Richard. So I got his signal locked in now. So on Sunday, did travel up to New York. So that means it's time for everybody's favorite P-Town segment.
Pack the gear and get to the car. We'll need some maps, we're traveling far. Some new trails or gravel renown. This is P-Town, out of town.
So this segment of P-Town Out of Town, we headed up to Pleasant Valley, New York. I met Richard for a gravel grind up there. And as I said, I have his signal locked in. So we're going to have video from both of us coming through.
Looks like the temperature just dipped below freezing.
So we started the ride leaving from some sort of environmental center off the main road. And we just went for it, not sure what we were going to run into. And in the first couple miles, it was evident it was going to be a good day. The route was working out good, lots of gravel. Only downfall was the gravel up there was a little more dirt-like than ours, so we were sinking in pretty good, which made it extra hard to pedal. And then after Butts Hollow, we had the big climb of the day, which was Tower Hill Road. And it was a good climb for sure, but there was enough beauty to keep you distracted from that. Had a great ride, hung in the parking lot a bit, then we made our way into town. So that was a great fun trip. Glad to get up there and see Richard. Definitely going to be a once a month or at least once every 2 month type of trip, I think. As stated, the original plan was for us to mountain bike. There was a place there only about 10 minutes from where we started the gravel ride that we were going to mountain bike. There's also Stewart Forest and another place in Connecticut that Rich mentioned that was kind of the same thing in the halfway spot between us. So definitely more trips going up there. So keep your eye out. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.
This is the P-Town Weekend, the weekend review.